If for some reason they gave that penalty to Cristiano, I would have seriously considered stopping watching football. 100%. If in the 95th minutes that referee gave that penalty and Cristiano scored that penalty, I would seriously have considered stopping watching football because you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss. But we have to first start with Dortmund and Sevilla. So shout out to your boy Eddie. Thanks for the dub, man. Thanks for the dub. Devia says, Eddie says, laugh now, but expect Cristiano masterclass in Turin. I do. I hopefully expect a masterclass in Turin, but in today's game, he was complete and utter garbage trash. Because if we're going to say Messi was trash, we're also going to say Cristiano was flipping garbage, gutter trash. Because he was gutter trash in this game today. He did, I think Juventus had like one shot on target. I don't think Cristiano had any shots at all in this game. Bro, I told you, man. This guy is the biggest freaking fraud in history. The guy, he's a fraudulent player. But I wanted to first start with somebody who isn't a fraud. Actually, two guys. But see, Erling Haaland is here. And we can't deny the existence of the link. We can't. We cannot do it anymore because this guy is a goal scorer. But here's my thing. This is more so about Dortmund because my fear was Dortmund are just going to beat Dortmund. And they actually almost were Dortmund because they almost actually forewent a 3-1 lead and almost made it 3-3. So I felt Sevilla were going to win 100%. I just thought Dortmund are struggling in the Bundesliga right now. They're easy conceding goals. Guys are not really balling. I felt that, okay, you know what, this is easily going to be an easy dub for Sevilla. And when Sevilla went to one goal up, I was like, all right, yeah, this is going to be a Sevilla thing. But I even said in my preview, if Dortmund's key guys say what's up, we have an interesting game. So it's either going to be a Sevilla easy dub over the time, or if Dortmund's guys show up, I think we have a great encounter. And at 3-2, it sets things up beautifully well in Germany. Guys, let's talk about Sancho. Let's talk about Sancho. That is why he's one of my favorite players to watch. I just feel so sorry for England and their dumbass passion merchant crap because, you see, the English mentality, and from a guy living in England, I know, England would rather lose with their own way and culture than win using another culture and mentality. That's how warped some of the kind of English coaches and people are because Sancho, that's football. The way he was playing, because let's talk about that pass to Haaland. Let's talk about that pass. I told you, I put out the freaking tweets. I am begging you. I think maybe Chelsea got the wrong English dude. Please, I'm all for a swap. Mount is hardworking. He hustles hard. He gives a great effort. He can give you G's as well. I think he'd be a great addition to Dortmund. Dortmund, I think you have a quality player in Mason Mount. Give Chelsea Sancho. Give Chelsea Sancho, and I think we can eat. We can eat because that pass was money. That pass was cash money, but it's just the play, the technique, the movements, the rollovers, the swag, the ins and outs, the way he just contorts his body, how he wants to always beat a man. There was Sauce was involved in his football. Sauce was involved in his football. And just got to keep it a stack. Erling Haaland showed up. Erling Haaland showed up. You know? And Dortmund put up a damn good quality performance. But see, this is the issue with Sevilla. And this is why it just shows you matchups. Because for Sevilla, before the game, we were all saying, oh, no, Sevilla, they can shove, the Sevilla can shove, they can shove, blah, 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 blah. You know, but you always said that Sevilla haven't faced a kind of attack of Haaland's finishing, Roy's ball distribution, Sancho's footballing ability. That's kind of triumvirate. They've not really faced that. And Dortmund could have really put this game to bed. They could have scored 4 or 5. They could have easily scored 4 or 5 today because I think Sevilla really were shown up by what Dortmund brought to the table. And the issue with Sevilla is it's all nice and pretty, but there needs to be some incisiveness. So it begs the question. Are Sevilla just a Europa League merchants team? Are they just a bunch of Europa League merchants? Is Europa League really their level? It could be. Maybe Europa League is their level, because my thing is that I was expecting, this is where you finally come into your own and prove that, okay, we've now officially elevated ourselves to now elite CL status. This is where we want to play. This is now where we want to roll. But off that performance right now, you see, it sets things beautifully well in this time. Because first of all, this now shows, okay, Sevilla, you're not the real deal, and I don't think you're even ready yet to move up. But this 100% has built up to what we thought this tie was going to be. Lots of goals, very close, and now it's literally now 50-50 right now. But as much as you say 50-50, Dortmund have the edge. As long as Dortmund don't self-destruct defensively and don't make any dumbass mistakes, Dortmund should win this. Because now the pressure is now on Sevilla as to, okay, what are you now going to do? And how good are Sevilla away from home? But if you're Dortmund, you have a superb goal scorer in Haaland. I think I would argue Sancho should maybe play the number 10 position. Or with all due respect to Marquinhos, Marquinhos is that dude. I would say, you know what, Marquinhos, move out wide. Move out wide and play as an inside forward. I say Sancho, give him the free role, give him the number 10, because Sancho is money. Sancho is cash money. England don't, because you look at Sancho, it's almost similar to Joe Cole, where England, you don't know the player you have. You know, you're so obsessed with this whole passion, run, give an effort, he'll give it 100%, leader, all that nonsense crap that has only gotten you one World Cup. Your passion merchantness, your political way of picking players, what has it gotten you? One World Cup. One, and that's it. One international crown. Maybe it would make sense to maybe change your approach. Maybe it may help to change your freaking approach, because England, this is a footballing country. Trust me, you go into freaking cages and so forth, the talent is there. But due to politics and so forth, and choosing which players you want to play, these certain players don't get to play. But when you look at a guy like Sancho, this guy's a footballer. Any manager with half a brain will realize that, oh no, he's that dude. Sancho is that freaking dude, man. So like that is just the football I like to watch. Just when I just look at Sancho, that is the kind of football that I like to watch. So for Dortmund, the thing here is just because they should have kept this at 3-1, because see, at 3-2, Sevilla have a chance, because I haven't said this in the preview. Dortmund aren't like that's. It's not a fortress. It was a fortress under Klopp. That's not a fortress. So Sevilla were like, all right, we have to just go there and say what's up. But I just feel like, looking at this first leg, Dortmund can really harm Sevilla. And I think that if Sancho and Royce have great games and get themselves in good positions, and they just make the right passing decisions, and then just supply Haaland, I mean, it could be game over. It could be game over, you know. But as long as these guys, I think the Dortmund's, because quality goal by Dahoud. That Dahoud goal was amazing. But let's keep it a stack. The two key players here, the two key players for Dortmund are Haaland and Sancho. It is a great 1-2 punch. It is a superb, amazing 1-2 punch that these dudes have. So Sevilla 4-3 in Germany. Potentially, maybe. For me, even with fans, it's not a fortress. Even with fans, it's not because the team isn't as good or as proficient as it used to be. It's still a great addition. I think fans would definitely help, but I don't know how much it would help. I think now that there are no fans, I think Sevilla can know, okay, we can go into our stadium and play these guys. But judging off this first leg, I think Dortmund, they feel to me like they're the stronger team. They feel like the strongest. Remember, the first goal was a deflection. You know, they feel like they're stronger team. So if Dortmund can just take this kind of tactic and strategy, because see, for Sevilla, they're the guys that have to change. Lopetegui, you have to be more attacking. You've got to be more direct. You've got to try and look for more risky through ball passes. Dortmund, you don't have to change anything. For Dortmund, all you have to do is that, guys, let's keep creating these chances and let's put them away. You know, because then I say, like, if you just score 2-3 goals, it's game over. If you can just get 2-3 goals against these dudes, it is flipping 100% game over. Good night, Lara Croft, we're out. That's all we need to do. 2 goals, 3 goals, we're out, man. And So guys, remember to hit that sub button, guys. Subscribe, like, subscribe, and all that sexy stuff, man. Like, subscribe, man. Juventus. If Juve lost that 2-0, it would be. I still think that they'd still be able to turn it around because as they did against Atletico, but it would be very tough. That goal from Chiesa was crucial. That was a crucial goal. Crazy mistake by Bentancur. And very good goal by Marega. Very good worked goal by Marega. And there was also a very good goal by Chiesa because of the way, because that was a difficult shot for Chiesa because how he had to sort of guide it through and maintain control of the ball into the bottom left-hand corner. But Juve were not very good. I think Juve may have had like 1 or 2 shots on target in the whole game. So they were not very good. And I think for FC Porto, they just lack that truly outstanding player. But I think FC Porto had a great handle on the game. And they maybe should have scored more. But again, they don't have that outstanding player. So is it fair to say that Cristiano was trash? Can I say that? Or am I being a hater by saying Cristiano was trash? Because here's the thing. This is Juventus. And we all agreed that FC Porto are probably the weakest team of the final 16. I think we all agreed upon that. And this is Juventus, though. Not the greatest Juventus team, but we have to agree that they are better man for man than FC Porto. Can someone tell me what Cristiano did in this game? I think the only thing that Cristiano did in this game was a mishit and he tried to win a penalty. Apart from those two things, can someone tell me what Cristiano did in this game? Like, my thing is that, okay, he's not scored a goal right now. How did he contribute? What did he do to contribute in this game? So when I keep telling you guys that this guy is a fraud, and this guy is fraudulent, and he is soiling a great name known as Ronaldo, and him being called a GOAT is an insult to this great sport, are you not listening to what I'm saying? That this guy, this man is a fraud. He's a great goal scorer and so forth. The man is a freaking fraud. He's a freaking fraud, and I will continue to call this guy out. But for me, 2-1 advantage Juve, and I can easily see Juve winning the game in Turin 2-0. I can easily see them winning the game in Turin 2-0. I think for FC Porto, they needed, if they kept a clean sheet, then I think they would have had a good chance. As 2-0, they had a good chance. 2-1, that is a huge goal by Juve. Because 1-0, it's all cool, but I think Juve can get 2-0. So Coatley also says, Pep is on a mission. That team is a machine. Totally awesome. I will not agree with you until I see what they do against Mönchengladbach on Wednesday. Until I see what they do, then we can roll through, man. All right, what else do you guys say, man? Just reminded that I predicted that Porto will be a tough nut to crack for Juventus. It's going to be 1-1 in Turin. Look, Juventus, this Juve team are not very good. And I say Juve will go through by the virtue of just the players that they have. But FC Porto have a very good chance because I think if FC Porto look at that game right now and Conceição looks at that game, he's going to say to himself and be like, you know what? Why can't we beat these guys? Like, honestly speaking, why can't we beat these guys? Like, we should be able to beat these dudes. So that's sort of where he's going to be at. It's going to be like, why can't we say what's up? Surely we can say what's up with these dudes. Surely we can. My boy Osun who says, man, he might do nothing if he doesn't score, but Juve also do nothing if he doesn't score. Tell me, what the hell did Juve do apart from the Chiesa goal? No, it's not. It's true. But my whole thing though is that, okay, Rabiot had that overhead scissors kick that almost went in. Morata, I think Morata had Morata had that sort of half chance where he hits. I think it was the Morata case that had like a half chance, which the keeper saved as well. So I think all the guys had a few instances. As I said again, it's not a great team, but I think what's my point here is that Cristiano does need support and delivery around him. And if he faces a team that actually stifles that support flow, he is useless. Because Cristiano is not a man where give him the ball and he's going to do something amazing if you give him the ball. He doesn't have that to him. And I keep trying to tell people that he's a great goal scorer, superb goal scorer. He's fraudulent. He's a fraudulent player because if that is the GOAT, football is in serious trouble. If what you just showed me there is the GOAT, football is in serious trouble. So I just keep saying that great goal scorer, I admire what he's done in the game. The guy is a fraudulent player. And Antonio Bandani, but the logic of the fanboys from yesterday who hated on Leo, CR7 is the reason they lost, but he's not. Juve are bad. Dortmund versus Sevilla was fire. No, look, I'm not blaming Cristiano for that loss. No, hell no. Juve are just bad. And Bentancur is a big reason why they lost, and also the defensive mistakes. So all I'm saying from Cristiano is that what did he do? But by no means is he to blame because, and this is what I said when in my preview, no Cuadrado, where is the creativity? Who is crossing the ball? Because if you can't provide for Cristiano, what can you do? What can you do? The Dortmund Sevilla lived up to expectations. Shocking result. I didn't expect Sevilla to lose. But it sets things up beautifully well for the second leg. And now for the second leg, I think it can go either way. That second leg can go either way. Shout out to Undisputed One. Thanks for the dub, man. The best footballer at Juve is Dybala by far. Yes, he is. But don't use that excuse. Okay, you're the best footballer. 2017 UCL final. What did you do? You can't keep using that as an excuse. You may be the best footballer, but if you can't be effective or can't affect the game in any way, I don't care. I 100% don't care. If you can't affect the game properly, nah, I'm out of there, bro. I'm out of there. Latin Rosario. So he's back to being a fraud after this game, and he's saying you're not a reactionary merchant. Such a bitter move by you. Do better, HH. Laugh my ass off. Latin Rosario. I don't think you realize he's always been fraudulent. I've never changed. So I've always seen him as a fraud. So this is something new. I've always seen him as a freaking fraud. So when we have performances like this where he literally did nothing for 90 minutes, I just want someone to say something, bruv. From Suleiman, man, thanks for the dub, man. Porto aren't the weakest team. Barca are 100% no. Before the draw was made, yes, hindsight is 2020. When the draw was made, and you look at all of the teams and who they have on paper, the weakest team was FC Porto. Because as bad as Barcelona were, they still have Messi, they still have Griezmann. They still have Frankie, they still have guys who are known quality players. Just Messi alone makes Barcelona better than FC Porto. Now, if Barca and FC Porto meet, maybe FC Porto beats Barcelona. I don't think so, because FC Porto are nowhere near as good as PSG. So let's just keep it real. Yes, we can crap on Barcelona, who are trash. They did play PSG, who people would count as one of the strongest teams in the competition. So you've got to put it in context. YSK Jackson says, no one since Cristiano joined had scored a knockout game goal until Chiesa tonight. The definition of a one-man team. That midfield needs induction. 100%. No, as I said, 100%. 100%. This is all very true. All I'm saying is that if you are dependent on a functional midfielder to do anything in a game, you can't be a GOAT on any level. How can you be the GOAT and greatest of all time, and where if you don't have a midfield, you can't do anything? So when they pass you the ball to feet, you're incapable of doing anything. You're capable of beating a man, dribbling past a man, getting past 2-3 guys, producing a shot. So, I don't say, but no, I recognize that Juve team is a mess. And I already said before, that the Juve midfield is a freaking joke. It is a freaking joke. From Kitanshu Grosjean, thanks for the dub, man. Thanks for the dub. Brady Vid, you listed many athletes as to being ahead of him. Ronaldo was one, not Diego or Zizou. On some level, he's the GOAT contender. What does athleticism have to do with being a quality football player? Athleticism is athleticism. Footballer is football. Maradona's not a great athlete. He's one of the best footballers I've ever seen. So For me, if I'm picking a team, I don't give a crap about athleticism. Athleticism is one thing. Football is another thing. Football is a whole different language from athleticism. So, I fully defend what I said. Also, Suna says, "Oh, sorry. I think I already reviewed that one, man. From Natsa, who says, Cristiano fans came out for Messi's neck just for their goods to drop a disaster class. Embarrassing. Natsa, that's the worst thing. And you know what? You're gonna hear crickets on Twitter because I told you, do you know how sick people are? Barca was playing. Not even Barca was playing. Do you know what the top trend was? Ronaldo. I didn't even click it because I knew what that would be about. Oh, Messi's trash. Messi played against PSG. He played against Verratti. He played against Mbappe. Cristiano, who are you playing against? Pepe is going to turn 78 next week. Marega? What's it called? Corona? Uribe? Or who? Like players that nobody knows. No one knows who these guys are. And you see, Messi, at least, remember, Messi provided that ball over to... See, people don't say, who gave that ball to Frank de Jong that led to the penalty? It was Messi. Who gave the freaking pass to Ousmane Dembele to score? It was Messi. So he did something. What did Cristiano do for 90 minutes? I'm being objective here. I'm not taking sides here. Let's have an objective. For 90 minutes, what did Cristiano do apart from a missed kick and try to win a penalty? But I'm a hater. All right. Suleiman, thanks for the drop him. Is De Ligt a flop? What has he done at Juve? To be fair, and I've got to thank my boy Latin Lozario for this. Him and Demiral have formed a very good partnership. So I think before the Napoli game, they hadn't considered in like 7 or 8 games or so, somewhat. He started badly, but I think he then slowly improved. But I think, you have to put him and Demiral at fault for that Marega goal. They should have done better defensively for that goal. He was completely not to blame for the first goal. That's all on Bentancur. But for that second goal, yeah, like literally you allowed FC Porto to run through the heart of your defense. But yeah, no, he's been doing alright. I wouldn't say he's a flop. Nah, he's been doing alright. Are you happy we didn't get FC Porto? Because if you lose to them, I think maybe you mean Chelsea. Especially under Tuchel, I think Chelsea would have done a better job against FC Porto. Specifically with how much Chelsea keep and hold on to the ball, I think Chelsea would have done a better job, man, for sure. I think they would have done a better job for sure, man. Tony J, man, guys, hit the like, guys, subscribe, like and subscribe, guys, like and subscribe. We're doing that CL Talk, man, CL Talk, guys. Send in your questions about the game, send in your views and your comments about the game. I'm reading all of your live comments. Your live comments about the game, send them in. Like, subscribe. From 8T Obe, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. In terms of, what is that in reference to? What is that in reference to? Because I know that is from Godfather 3, but what is that in reference to, man? Because it's, what is that? Yeah, what could that be in reference to? Because all I know is that's Godfather 3. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. That film was underrated. Pacino's performance in that film was underrated. Not as good as part 1 and part 2, but Pacino's performance in that film, underrated. Premier Marmot, Luke de Jong should have started for Sevilla. Yes, he should have. I think that if Lopetegui should have looked at that first half and realized that, okay, Dortmund's defensive setup is saying what's up and we need to go direct. You can't go direct with a Nesri. Nesri is where you now play it on the ground and you go short. For Luke de Jong, because he's taller, that's where you can now go direct and now put crosses into the box. And I think that Lopetegui should have seen that, okay, our passing game isn't going to work. We're not creating anything. And we can't play through their midfield. So he should have actually, it's good to start it off in the first half, see it's not working, give Luke de Jong like the 45 minutes. So I think that, again, hindsight is 2020, I saw a scenario where Sevilla could have beating Dortmund with Nesri in attack. But I was surprised by how well Dortmund played, especially defensively, and how difficult they made it for Sevilla. But I think him viewing that, he should have brought on Luke de Jong in the second half, But just give Dortmund credit, man. Dortmund played really well. They played and they defended really well. Atletico could be the only La Liga team to get past the round of 16. Sevilla are in a tough. Barca might almost out. They're almost out, but it is PSG though. It is PSG. Sevilla are in a difficult situation, but I still think this tie is still 50-50. Because don't underestimate how Dortmund can completely self-destruct. Guys, man, I have no idea what's going to happen on Wednesday. Real and Atalanta, I have no freaking idea. Like that game could completely pop off. It could completely pop off. Because we did Real topped their group, didn't they? Yes, Real topped their group. So the first game is going to be in Bergamo, in Italy. So yeah, basically Real, I have no idea. I literally have no idea how that game is going to go. YSK Jack says, how can I join the hangout this weekend? It's very simple, bro. So the Saturday hangouts and Sunday hangouts are 10 p.m. GMT. And I tweet out the link about 10 minutes before the hangout pops off. So at 10 to 10, remember GMT, check your times on the GMT. I tweet out the link on my Twitter. So go onto my Twitter page and I tweet out the link. And you have to click it, but you have to be quick because StreamYard only allows a maximum of 10. So, but even though what I try and do is get in as many people as possible, so I will remove people out, put people back in, but I think that's try and click the link as early as possible. And then that's your best chance to join. But if you can't get in, I will always announce on the Hangout that, okay, there's a free space. And once there's a free space, then you can come in. So yeah, you click the link that I post about 10 minutes or 5 minutes to 10 p.m. GMT. So that's for the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. So yeah, it is open to anyone. Just play. All I ask is have a good mic. That's all I ask. I only ask one thing from guys. Just please have a good microphone. Ish, what song will you sing? Busted it. I literally made it up on the spot. Whenever I'm hyped, man, I just make up stuff on the spot. So it isn't a known song. I just made it up on the spot. Who had a better performance, Haaland or Mbappe? Mbappe. He caused Barcelona a lot more issues. He caused them a lot of issues. And let's keep it real. That pass from Sancho put it on a plate for Haaland. And even the pass from basically Haaland's goals, they were pretty much put in a plate for him by Ruiz and for Sancho. It was a good pass by Verratti. Mbappe still had a lot of work to do because he still had to dribble past Longley and finish with his weaker foot into the roof. The second one, okay, standard. The third goal, it looks easy, but that's a hard skill to execute. It's very easy to say, oh yeah, well, that's a nice goal, but anybody who's played football, that's thing of where you call the ball far away from the keeper so you can't reach it and you make it then dip into the corner, that's not easy to do. Go out into your pack and see how many times you can do that in an empty goal. Now try doing that in a Champions League game against one of the best keepers in the world. So for me, I still say that Mbappe had the better performance. But Haaland, he showed up. Man. I liked Haaland's overall game, man. It was good, man. And thanks for the dub, Mr. Albert Cardenas. Thank you, man. It's okay, HH. Ronaldo will come back with a hat-trick in the second leg. Laugh out loud. Love the channel, by the way. Respect. Albert, thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the response. I don't put it past Cristiano to. I don't put it past him. I am just reporting on what I have seen. Bro, he's very capable. We saw what he did against Atletico. They lost 2-0. He came back with a 3-piece, And even against Lyon as well, I think he scored in... No, he was the only guy that scored in the second leg. So I will not put it past him for him to come up with a hat trick because we know what he's done in this competition. All I'm saying is that I am just looking at this game that I've seen because the next game has not been played. All I can do is look at this game and say, for 90 minutes, this dude did nothing. But he is very capable, and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised that if he comes in and drops a 3-piece, I'm like, boom, it's Mr. Champions League, arguably the greatest Champions League player that we've ever seen. So, and that goal that Juve scored is very, very important. I think that was a game changer. 2-0 puts a lot of pressure on Juve, but Juve just getting their away goal is very key, man. Okay, Natsa, tell me, because Natsa, there is a YouTube bug. Okay, maybe I can find them here. Wait. All right. So let me see which ones I missed. So this is from Natsa. Ooh, Everton 1, City 3. The Den, the Res, the Nardo. Natsa, why the blooming heck are you showing me why are you showing me results of Everton? You've won the league. Natsa, give me the CL. All I want is the CL. Don't even give me this trust. Give me the CL, then we can talk. Just give me the freaking CL, then we can talk. Of course, we're always going to beat Everton. I told you, it's over. The Premier League is over. He has disrespected the Premier League. He's treated the Premier League like a pile of freaking filth. Suleiman says, Pepe has been good. Piqué is younger and still bad. Suleiman, Piqué, we're going to have a real conversation about Piqué. Basically, I can't wait until the hangouts this weekend because we're going to have a real conversation of Piqué, because I said this months ago. Was Piqué ever really good, or was he always carried by Ramos and Puyol? We're going to have that conversation. From your boy, the Undisputed, who says, Ocampos was badly missed, ankle injury. True. 100%, because the thing about Ocampos is that he's a ball carrier. And he's the guy that can break the line and carry the ball through. Sevilla didn't have any of that. All Sevilla were doing just pass. But you have to have a guy that has the ball and can win fouls, make up ground, and try and attack the opposition. And they didn't have that. So Ocampos was definitely badly missing. But still, even if that's Ocampos, playing at your crib at home against a team who are struggling, should have done more. Very disappointing in Sevilla. Extremely disappointing. From Wanda Makaye, thanks for the dub. Messi and Ronaldo fans are in the shadows right now, HH. Morata should have started. Haaland was phenomenal. Barca need 4 away goals to qualify. Let me go back on everything you just said right now. First of all, if Barcelona go through and score those 4 away goals, PSG must absolve, and I'm building them a country. Forget a wing, I'm building them a country in the Brick Academy if Barcelona knock them out. Haaland was quality. He showed up. I think he showed up, got those cheats, and I think even just his overall play was good. So Haaland showed you that, bro, this guy is here to stay. And I think as long as Dortmund have Haaland, they have a very good chance of being very sneaky in this. I don't think Morata starting would have changed anything. No. I think that the issue with Juve is there's no creativity. There's no midfield. And also, remember, Morata is very effective off the bench. So I don't think that would have happened. So, no. But this is so funny. Like, this is a time in which... Because I'm already past Messi, Ronaldo, but I just think it is so interesting that it was all about Mbappe yesterday, and it's now all about Haaland. And I think the hope is we will now enter the Mbappe-Haaland era. I'm tired of Messi and Ronaldo. I'm tired of this freaking dudes. And I think the quicker that we just dispose of these guys, the better. Because for me, you must always be new. Always be new. We must always be moving forward. And I'm all about the future. I'm all about the freaking future. Messi, Ronaldo, for me, they represent the past. Mbappe and Haaland, they represent the future. And I'm all about the future. The past is the past. You have to be with the future. So that's the key thing. From Tyrone Lorenzo Valenti, who says, penalty merchant, you seem today just a confident player that Juve spent 100 millions for to enjoy their honeymoon. Honeymoon is over. Look, Tyrone, my thing is very simple. He was brought here for one thing, and that was to win the CL. If he doesn't win the CL, it will be a failure. I don't care. You can't twist it any other way because I don't care how many Serie titles you get. I don't care how many Coppa Italias you get. I don't care how many freaking goals you get. I don't care how many goal records you get. That means nothing to me. It will never mean anything to me. That stuff is completely, utterly irrelevant. You can shove that up your face. If you don't deliver the Champions League for Juventus, this would have been a failure. You can say, oh, I didn't have the players, I didn't have the midfield. I don't give a crap. To quote the great Curtis Jeremiah Jackson, get rich or die trying. Get that CL or die trying. So simple as that, bro. Nothing more to say on that, man. H, do you think Haaland and Mbappe will be the GOATs for this decade? I don't want to just speak hard things until guys say stuff, but let's not sleep on João Felix. Feb 23. Let's see what João Felix does. Sancho is trying to say something, but at the forefront, we can't sleep on João Felix is around. And I'm looking at what this guy can do. And I think we have to look at João Felix. But it seems set up now Haaland and Mbappe could potentially do battle. But I want to throw Felix into the conversation there. And for me, I'm excited. As I said again, I am bored of the Messi Ronaldo era. I'm bored. It's boring now. And for me, boom. And I just think the most amazing thing would be, what if Mbappe goes to Barcelona and like Haaland goes to Real Madrid, and then you now have a whole different El Clasico. I think that would be interesting, man. And Ansu Fati as well, man. People say Ansu Fati, we can't ignore him. Now, Wesley, I'm worried now. Because Wesley, I know you're a Barca fan. And I know that you're a stout Barca fan because I know the messages that you send me. But Barca, I'm pretty sure I'm not colorblind. That is a Man City logo. Wesley, I am begging you with all my heart. Please don't tell me you've done either a Juju Man, an Egg Boy Hero, or a Core. Please don't tell me that you've now given up on Barcelona and now you're now a Man City fan. I'm begging you. Please, please, please don't do an Egg Boy Hero. Please, please, please. You see what football does to people? Do you see what football does to people, man? Do you see what? It's like, why? What kind of people do I breed? That's deep, man. That is deep, man. That is deep. That is deep. I think, what's it called? Latin. So, Martin, your team are lost. You don't get to insult my guys. Okay? I told you, no. I told you, Martin, no. This is in time for clowning me. You guys, and I'm talking about all of you guys in live chat, you've clowned me for a long time. Tuesday was a huge win for me. And Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to gloat. You see, Saturday and Sunday is where I get to gloat. Big time. So, Mbappe, Haaland, Felix, and Fatsad are the future. Martin, you can't use the whole Fatsad thing. Martin, I want to hear about Verratti and Mbappe. Talk to me. Because you're one of the guys that abused me. So, it's my time now. I told you. Martin, I am gonna go in this weekend. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get real ugly this weekend. Real ugly. From your boy Zed. Thanks for the dub, man. Thanks for the dub, Zed. When Messi loses in the UCL, Messi is finished. When Ronaldo loses in the UCL, UV is poor. Ronaldo has no help. I thought Cristiano was Mr. Challenge. Idiots. Zed, this is why it is important that you tune into the Football Hut. Because I keep it a stack. I keep things a stack. Messi was not the reason Barcelona lost. Messi didn't flop because he didn't have the chance to flop. Cristiano isn't the reason that Juventus lost. Cristiano did not flop because Cristiano did not have the chance to flop. But there is a difference. Messi provided the ball that led to the penalty. Messi put the ball on a plate for Ousmane Dembele, who flopped. And so Ousmane Dembele is currently under review. Cristiano mishit a shot, and tried to dive to win a penalty. You tell me, who did more? That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. Let's see. HH, you have a bunch of players to have agendas with that when one fails, the others may ball. No, HH, no, what's it called? Splash. I think I've got like 12 narratives going. Like I've got, basically, I'm going to do like a spreadsheet and show all the narratives I have going because I have a lot of narratives. I told you I've got a Pep narrative, a Mourinho narrative, I have a Pogba narrative, a Mbappe narrative, a Verratti narrative, a Neymar narrative, Cristiano narrative, Messi narrative. Yeah, I've already said I've got a Pep narrative, haven't I? I've potentially got a Lewandowski narrative. There's so many narratives that I've got. Like I told you, like I have them all in the talk. So which is why whenever these matches happen, it's very key because I'm a narrative merchant. I pride myself on these narratives and I promote and I push them through. So yeah, I've got about 10 narratives through. And my Verratti and Mbappe narrative hasn't come through. It's not come through yet. Because trust me, when it comes through, I might retire. That might be my retirement plan. So, but Tuesday was just a time for me to gloat, which is what I'm going to do. I'll proceed to do that on the weekend. Where Saturday, Sunday, I will just gloat for the whole hangout. 100%. I'll be arrogant. 100% arrogant. What else were you guys saying, man? Haaland reminds me of Lewandowski. He's a player who is made to score and he will be a consistent player, most surely. Mbappe reminds me of a player who can lose himself if things don't go right. Haaland isn't Lewandowski. I think Lewandowski is more lethal. But you know, let's keep it real. It's hard to compare Haaland to Mbappe because they're different players. Yes, goals are their thing, but I don't like comparing players who play different positions. Now, let's compare Mbappe with Cristiano. Let's compare Mbappe with Salah, Mbappe with Robin, Mbappe with Bale. You know? But Haaland, you compare Haaland with Lewandowski, with Benzema, with Aubameyang, with Kane, with Cannibal Suarez, and so forth. You know, because what is required of you as a striker, it's all about goals. That's it. As an inside forward, goals, facilitating, combining with the striker, there are a whole bunch of things that you go in there. But if we are to have an Mbappe Haaland showdown, I think that's going to be great. And I think that's going to be a great back and forth if we have Mbappe and thingy. There will never be anybody as consistent as Messi and Cristiano, then there never will be. But I think the sooner we get rid of those international bombs, I think the better. Because look, it's like the Messi Cristiano era has been amazing. It's been freaking superb. It's been amazing. But I think that it is time for this new generation to come through. And I'm excited for both Haaland and Mbappe, man. I'm excited for all of them. I hope no one gets stats like Messi, Ronaldo, that people begin to judge. They won't. This was the stats era. And I just think that Messi and Cristiano, even if I think that Messi should be given more credit about the football, and I think the disingenuous thing is that people have just used a stats thing with Messi. But what I've always said is that goals is just a aspect of what Messi is about. Are we talking about his free kicks? Are we talking about his assists? Are we talking about his successful dribbles? Are we talking about the amount of times that he gets fouled? Are we talking about his pre-assist? Are we talking about how much he affects the team and how much he play makes? So Messi isn't just about goals, but this dumbass Messi Cristiano debate is about who scored? How many did they score? Because it's led by brainless people who are not football fans, like really stupid people who don't watch the games. Goals! He's got a foul! Because you're a freaking moron. Anybody with a brain that appreciates this sport knows that, bro, Messi brings a lot more than just goals to the table. So don't just put the goals thing only on Messi. But yes, there will never be anybody as consistent as these two. And I think Mbappe and Haaland will just represent something new. They'll just represent something new, you know. Yeah, because I just think that they won't be like a 6-7 year run, and I think maybe it will be more so as to, okay, how are they playing? What have they won and so forth? Because I want things to go back to what have you won? Put your World Cups, Euros, CL titles on the table. So I almost wish Haaland was like Italian or like Spanish, because then it'd be like, aha, then him and Mbappe can really do battle, you know. Let's just see. Let's just see. From Beata Klumpt, thanks for the dub, man. Why can the US be under review but Mo can't? Look, all right. I wish you didn't say that. I wish you didn't say that. Beata Klumpt, why did you say that? Okay. Okay, you got me. Mourinho is going to be inducted in soon. Okay, so are you happy now? Happy, Beata Klumpt? Are you happy? You didn't have to say anything. You could have just kept quiet. You could have just let the stream go through, and you're just, like, mom's the word. You could have just kept quiet. But why? Okay, fine. But now you've now exposed me. Okay, fine. I will induct him. Beata Klumpt. Thank you, Beata Klumpt. Thank you for being so helpful. Thank you for being so helpful, man. This is disgusting, man. Why is Messi moved down to tier 2? He did his thing. You can't have upper tier 2 status after that. You just simply can't. I'm sorry. Like, I can't defend your upper tier 2 status after that game, so I had to move him down. Like, what's it called? So basically, check the website. So Longley got moved up to Class B. PK, I think I might have moved on to Class B, but it's currently Class C, and the US is under review. I had to move Messi down. Couldn't move Messi down because tier 2 is still fine, but you can't maintain your upper tier 2 status after the event of that game. It wasn't your fault, but you can't maintain your upper tier 2 status then, man. No, that can happen. From Wanda Makai, it says, stats era won't end. Numbers matter due to clout. I would not say it's not due to clout. It's due to this. It's due to social media. And I think that's because we live in a social media age, people, and because social media is about, short blobs, short sentences, like quick sound bites. Rather than, because remember, like back in the day before social media, like I don't remember. Did you guys remember this magazine called World Soccer Magazine? World Soccer Magazine. I used to get this every single Sunday. You had articles, and an article would go into detail into a player, and you'll talk about what the player does and everything. But now we have social media, Twitter, Instagram, and so forth. And guys are about 300 goals, 10 goals in 7 games, 15 goals in 10 games. He's better. Oh, look at how many goals he scored this season. Look how many goals he scored. So stats and numbers will always be around because of social media. But I grew up, and I'm sure most of you guys would say that you use stats, but you've got to watch the game. Moise Kean was good, not because he scored that goal. He was good because watch what he did and watch how he played. Verratti was good not because of the assist he gave to Mbappe, because of what he did and how he played it throughout the game. So like Sancho was freaking amazing today, not because of his insane assist to Haaland, but the way in which he played. That if you watch the game, like, wow, look how he's playing, look at what he's doing with the ball, look at how he's moving and drifting past players and so forth. Just the eye test. I saw the Sancho got like an 86 on the eye test, 86-87% on the eye test. Zoateng TV, man, thanks for the dub, man. Haaland told me he respects the prodigy, but damn it, he deserves respect too as a 20-year-old superstar. And Messi is washed up. Cristiano is aging better. Um, how is Messi washed up? Based on what? That's what I'm saying. I mean, how is Messi washed up? I mean, based on what, man? Um, you can't. No. You can't just use the PSG game and that game and say, oh yeah, he's washed up. No, that's nothing. And Cristiano is aging better. How? Because he's scoring. Again, this goes back to stats and what. Have you seen some of the stuff that Messi is still doing for Barcelona? I've seen the kinds of goals that he's scoring. I've seen the kinds of passes that he's still making, the kinds of plays that he's still. Even in the PSG game, look at the pass he made to De Jong. Look at the pass he gave to Ousmane Dembele. So just going to just say goals. Haaland deserves super rare respect. Hence why he's very excited. 20 years old, at only age 20, he is already one of the best strikers right now in the world, for sure. He's one of the best strikers in the world at only age 20. And I think that as long as he doesn't get any serious long-term injuries, he's going to be around. He's going to be around, man. We live in a dumbed-down era. People only appreciate goals and assists. Yes. I've come to accept this. That people just chase retweets and so forth. And the issue that we're having is a guy that scores 2 tap-ins in a game. He does nothing. He scores a penalty and a tap-in. He's now seen to having a better performance than a player who really completely dominated and played supremely well. 2011 Champions League final. If you didn't watch the game, you would say, oh, the best player must either be Messi, Villa, or Pedro. It must be either 3 of them because they both scored. If you watched the game, the best player on that pitch was Xavi, with one of the best individual performances I've seen in a Champions League game. But if you didn't watch the game, you would not know that Xavi was one of the best players on that pitch. Like the Euro 2012 final. If you just looked at the stats, it must be David Silva. Oh, it must be Alba. No, it was Iniesta. But if you didn't watch the game, you wouldn't realize, no, Iniesta was the best player on that pitch. So this whole goals and assists, it takes away from the beauty and the complexity of the game, where you have to freaking watch the game to appreciate what guys are freaking doing, man. Thanks to the dub, Uyema says, Cristiano fans feel that City will revive Messi's career. Look, as I said again, man, if Messi needs a way out of Barcelona, because Barcelona are finished and they're done. And City might be that lifeblood that he needs, man. It might be that lifeblood that he needs. Or maybe Messi is finished. Maybe he's finished. Who knows? But I strongly doubt it because I still think that the guy has that je ne sais quoi. From Brian K. to say, fanboying needs to stop. They don't pay your bills. Damn right. These guys don't pay bills. But I think, Brian, it's a bit more complicated than that. People, they feel a need to be attached to something. It's highly complicated, man. You're a clutch merchant. You still don't rate Ronaldo. So, did he come clutch at the Euros? Did he come clutch in the final of the Euros? Was he clutch in 2017? What was the clutch goal that he scored? The game was freaking 4-1. Was he clutch in 2014? Okay, you scored the final penalty that won in 2016. Was that clutch? It's like clutch is wow. From the jaws of defeat, a key goal that changed the freaking course of the game. Yes, he scores important. Clutch was his hat trick against Atletico, or the hat trick against Wolfsburg in the second leg. That's so he's there, but he isn't. Cristiano has never done what Drogba did. What Drogba did in 2012, Zidane in France '98, Ronaldo, also World Cup. Nah. Grosso. Robin in 2013. You know, like in any of those finals, has Christian ever scored the winning goal? Has he ever scored a winning goal in a final? Robin did. Zidane did. All I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. All I'm saying, man. Yeah, thank you. Di Maria 2014. Yeah. That was clutch. Oh, you want to know clutch? Sergio Ramos. That's clutch. That's freaking clutch. Let's just see. Yeah, I rate Messi as a footballer, not as a clutch player. I don't rate Messi as a clutch player. I just rate him as a player. It's just simple, you know. Now to thank H. The video I sent you was on Twitter. United fans are shameless. How do they have the cheek to make that video and post it? So wait, what was the video again? What was the video again that you sent me? I distinctly remember, but let me just check it again. Wait, where are you? Oh, these guys are sick. Okay, because of the yeah. I think basically NASA sent me a Twitter DM where United fans compared Bruno Fernandes's goal I scored against West Brom or something. They compared that to Zidane's goal in the O2CL final. People need to be stopped. From one again, last donation. Oh, thank you for your donations, man. Thank you much obliged. Think about becoming a patron, man. Support me on Patreon. That is the best way to support your boy. Become a patron, man. I will slowly be appreciative if you support me on Patreon. And I agree with you on the eye test view. Football is more than just stats. Keep up the content. See you Saturday. I will see you on Saturday, man. The beauty about football is to watch it. And the beauty about football is it isn't just whittled down by stats. I love American sports. Like, well, tell a lie, I love the NBA. But I think the NBA, they can be lost a lot in stats. One of my favorite NBA players is Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway doesn't have these great astronomical numbers and so forth that makes him amazing. But when I just watched him play for the Magic, that's why Magic are my team. When I just watched Penny Hardaway play, I was like, oh no, I like the way this guy plays. I like him. Another of my favorite guys is Allen Iverson. And Iverson's numbers don't even compare to any of the greats or so forth. But when I just watched him play, I just watched the way that he played the game. And I think that we have to get back to watching things and appreciating things that can't be put down to numbers or stats. That's very key, man. Yes. I always said this. I never said disregard stats. Stats are helpful, but they should just be an assistance. Because like, okay, this guy, he scored, like Cristiano, okay, he scored 2 goals. Cool, that is very good, he scored 2 goals. Now, what did he do in the game? If all he did was score 2 goals, but he did nothing else in the game, I'm like, okay, cool. It's great that they scored goals, but you're obviously limited as to what you can do within a game. Like Lewandowski, he's going to get you the goal. He's going to hold up the ball. He's going to create chances. He's going to dribble. He's going to connect play. Like Lewandowski is very, very involved in every attack that Bayern have. Very involved. Even go back to his Dortmund days. Lewandowski, you will see those 2 goals, and when you watch the game, you're like, man, the amount of times that he touches the ball, the amount of times that he's involved in plays is huge, and that's for me will always sit better with me than just a guy that just is a pure finisher. Like for me, Inzaghi, all he offered was just scoring goals. Let's keep it real. Cristiano is the Portuguese Inzaghi. He is. Let's keep it real. Because Cristiano, like, he will get you that. He is, for me, I could say he's arguably the greatest goal scorer of all time. But all he is scoring goals. Then guys will say, bro, but goals win winning games. Yeah, true. But I like football and all aspects of football. And some of the greatest players, for me, some of the best players I've ever seen aren't the highest goal scorers. Whether you want to say Maradona, you want to say Zidane, or so forth, these guys are not high goal scorers. But for me, they are the best footballers I've ever seen because football encompasses more than just scoring goals. If football was just about scoring goals, it'd be pretty boring. It'd be pretty boring. Reminder, Penny flopped in the 95 finals. Yeah, so what? So what? He's still my guy. He's still my guy. Allen Iverson, he never won a ring, but they're still my guys. They're still my guys. Like, they will never be seen as greats, but this is just purely subjective. From a subjective point of view, Penny Hardaway will always be my guy. But from a larger context, yeah, he can never be a great. Goals are what matter, though. Yes, of course, goals are what matter. But are we now saying Joseph Biscan is one of the best players of all time? Are we saying Gerd Müller is one of the best players of all time? There's a difference between being an amazing goal scorer and an amazing football player. Those are two different things. If I'm talking about goal scorers, or let me hear Cristiano, let me hear Gerd Müller, let me hear Joseph Biscan. Let me hear Pele. If I'm talking about footballers, I want to hear Maradona, I want to hear Messi, I want to hear Zidane, I want to hear Dini, I want to hear R9. So, but look, just going back to this games, man. Look, man. Sevilla, we are in for a great second leg. I think we are in for a really, really good second leg. But I don't know, I've just got a sneaky feeling about Dortmund that if Sevilla come through this, they're getting knocked out in the quarters. If Dortmund gets through this and they don't have any major injuries, key thing, they come through this, they don't have any major injuries. Are we sleeping on Dortmund? Just that their manager is a semi-break. Hence why he's going to get sacked at the end of the season. But if Sancho, Haaland, that's my thing, just Sancho and Haaland, if they just control out the defense, sort out the midfield, and Sancho and Haaland can just combine, I've got a sneaky feeling about, because this was a big performance by Dortmund. That, let's keep it real, nobody saw this. Nobody saw Dortmund winning this freaking game, man. So, just if Sancho, Haaland can just be fit, and they can just be on form, and they come through this, it could be something, man. It could be something. For Juve, FC Porto, Juve don't look great. And if Juve do come through this, the first team Juve meet, they're getting beat. Juve ain't beating. Man City will beat the brakes off of Juve. Bayern will beat the crap out of Juve. PSG should beat Juve. They should. Liverpool beat. I don't know whether Juve beats any of the big teams. That's my key thing. I just don't think that Juve will be able to have the opportunity to beat any of the big teams. So that's my thing, because these Juve guys, they don't look good at all, man. They do not look good at all. That's why I'm not blaming Cristiano for Juve losing this. I'm not, because what do you have to really do, man? It's just that I just don't think Juve will go. I just think Juve will end up just getting the goals they need. They'll end up getting the goals they need. Because remember, the first goal was a mistake. Now, the second goal, FC Porto did that. Juve could have done better defensively, but no, FC Porto, they did that. But I see Cristiano G'ing up. I see at least a brace at the Juve stadium, because it's what it does. I see him at least dropping 2 G's for sure. Here's your boy Nick's in there. SK Gaming says, how much do you rate Quaresma on the eye test? Ooh. He gets a good 78% on the eye test. 78% on the eye test. No, he scores very well on the eye test, man. Charisma was definitely that dude, man. From Maxime Dagron, man, says, except throughout his career, Ronaldo has shown dribbling, fear, explosiveness, crosses, and assists throughout his career. That's a lie. If you want to say at Man United, okay, sure, cool. At Man United, he definitely showed that like he was very, very skillful. At United, I still think that his skills were not as effective as Dino or Ronaldo. But yeah, he was definitely much more skillful. Throughout, no, because he changed his game. He changed his game and became much more of a goal scorer. So he took away the dribbling, took away the flair, even took away the assists, where he just focused much more on just being a goal scorer, taking hundreds of shots, which is not a bad thing. Because I think he may have had an injury or something, which meant that he had to tweak his game and he didn't have the kind of explosiveness needed to really perform that dribbling. But to say that he's had all those assists throughout his career, you are telling a lie. I think he decided that based on my body, based on an injury, I think it would make more sense if I tweak my game to just become a goal scorer. I think that is fair. All right, what else are you guys saying? Riquelme on the eye test. Oof. Like it's 70, 73, 70, like 74% on the eye test. He gets a 74% on the eye test. Ronaldo Riquelme is that dude, man. Riquelme's one of is that dude, man. Grealish, eye test for Grealish. Oof. He gets 75% on the eye test. 75%. Sneaky to a 76, but I'm gonna keep it up. He gets a 75% on the eye test. He's nice. I think charisma. I'm gonna push that to like 79. 79. He's approaching that whole 89, but I'll keep him at 79 for charisma. Greenish, I'll say 75. 75%. I think he's money, man. Because look, that's charisma skill. Do you know how insane that skill is? Where with the outside of his foot, to put the ball in the top corner from outside of the box with the outside of your foot it's insanity. And this guy had the audacity to score that goal. And charisma was like, no, bro, I'm going to score this goal at a World Cup. And he did so. Say, no, before I retire, I'm going to score this signature goal at a World Cup. And this guy did it, man. Messi eye test score. We're looking at 94%. 94% on the eyes. I should actually put up like a spreadsheet to show you guys. But yeah, no, Messi, he gets a 95% on the eye test, man. 95. No, 94%. He gets a 94% on the eye test. There's a question here that I'm not answering, man. But yeah, man. Look, Juve. If Juve should get past FC Porto, guys, Juve, these guys are not going very far, bro. And the funny thing is that I hate whenever they always pan the camera to Pirlo, and because look, I know I love Pirlo. Pirlo's my guy, but he just looks like lost whenever they panned the camera to him. He just looked like he was just bemused by what is happening. But the absolute... Wait, where is Dybala? Wait, is Dybala injured or something? Wait, where is he? Wait, chat. Where is Dybala? Is Dybala injured? Let's just say I'm not going to. I have the results, but let's just say it's in single digits. I'm not going to reveal the results, but let's just say his eye test score was in single digits. No. So is he injured or on the bench? He was benched. What? Oh my God! You see. Zara, I'm not answering that question, bro. because I don't want beef. So Zara, I'm sorry, I'm not answering that question. I'm sorry. Wait, no. There is no way. Wait, was this guy on the bench? You guys must be bugging. Don't tell me Dybala was on the bench. Hey, I'm confused. Wait, like, how is your number 10 on the bench? I, I think someone just said in the live chat, Francis Pielo. Like, like how? Because I'm looking at this and saying, man, there's no creativity. There's no creativity. Pielo, I'm sorry, Pielo. I love you, my guy. You're one of the best midfielders of all time. Pielo, what excuse do you have? Even if he's playing like trash, he's one of the best players in your team. How is he on the bench? Just imagine your number 10 is on the bench. And he's on the bench for the entirety of the game. That is insane. That is scary. I mean, look, if there's any UV fan that's in them, I mean, Mehdi Taremi is a baller. Do you rate any Asian players from the past? Favorite Asian and African player? For me, Son, I think, is the best. Nakata was I, but I still feel that Son, best Asian player for sure. And he's my favorite as well. The best and then the favorites. Favorite African player? Sorry, man. I've got to ride with Okocha. The greatest is George Weah, but my favorite will always be Okocha. But I do have a soft spot for Kanu Nwankwo based on what he did for Nigeria at the Olympics, and I actually met him. I actually met Kanu Nwankwo for real, and I was so nervous. I didn't even know what to say to him. But it's like, that makes no sense. Like that's like, if you're not fully fit, you shouldn't be. Nah, see, this is what I don't say. If you're not fully fit, you shouldn't be on the bench. It's like people who play football manager. If you're like a 70-something%, oh, no, then you're not making the bench. If you're 85% and above, oh, you make the bench. And if you're 85% and above, you can get 30. The fact that he didn't touch the pitch, and you were at a point you were losing 2-0 at a point, and this guy did not touch the pitch. It can't just be a fitness thing, bro. I'm sorry. It can't just only be a fitness thing. That's wild, and that's wild. Alberto Cardenas, thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the dub. Remember Bundesliga legend Claudio Pizarro? Yep, who played for Werder Bremen and then for Bayern and then moved back to Werder Bremen. Where does he rank in the eye test? I'm gonna say like a 50-something%. Maybe I don't think he passed the eye test. He was alright, but I think he only just got below, so maybe like a 50-something percent personally, on that eye test, man. Say he wasn't fully fit. Yeah, Martin. Okay, cool. My thing is that if you are on the bench, you are fit enough to feature. You're not on the bench if you can't have any part in the game. So once you're on the bench, he may not be fully fit. So let's do it as a percentage. His fitness is 85%. Okay, if it's 85%, maybe what you do is, okay, I'll put you in for 15 minutes. So let's say Juve were winning the game. Oh, they better chill. You're losing the game. You need to create a chance. Surely you put him in the freaking game. So, but okay, look, maybe you're right. Maybe he isn't fit enough to play. So I think if you're not fit, don't be in the squad. Like that's my basically. I think of it when I'm playing football manager. Anybody who is 85% and above, oh, you are in the squad, and that means that if called upon, you can play. If it's 80% and below, oh no, then I can't use you because you risk injury. So because my thing is that one of the key things that they've been suffering is creativity, man. That's one of the key things. Sorry, from Nirmit Patel. Atletico dropped points. Does Barca have a chance? Nirmit Patel. After the display that we saw against PSG, I don't really, I don't really think that but I don't think that we should. I don't think it is a moment in time where we should even be talking about Barcelona doing anything in La Liga. So, and I will repeat specifically with the lead that Atletico have, and how bad Barcelona are. It would be an absolute disgrace if they mess this up, man. But yeah, man, it's But back to the Dortmund Sevilla, man. Okay, let me ask the live chat: is Sevilla just a Europa League team? Is Europa League their level? My Europa League previews are going to come. Guys, I am covering the Europa League. Yes, I will be covering the Europa League. I think it's time. I think it is fair that I offer the Europa League. You know, I have got to, for you, the United fans out there, Arsenal fans, sports fans, I will be covering the Europa League. So watch out for those Europa League post-match analysis and pre-match. I'm going to be doing a Europa League preview. I'll drop that tomorrow morning. And I will be doing a post-match analysis for the Europa League because people have asked about it. And yeah, I'm going to give Europa League that love. Because ever since Hazard won the Europa League, I now respected it. Before, I didn't know it. Ever since he won it, I now view the Europa League as it's a European trophy. It's not even the Europa League. I call it a European trophy. It's a European trophy. So yes, I will respect that. So respect the Europa League. You know. So yeah. Sevilla, yeah. So everybody's saying yes, that they're a Europa League team. But you know, the second leg for me is going to be huge for Sevilla in with respect to how we view them. So if these guys lose and they get knocked out by Dortmund, I think these guys are a Europa League team. Fully. And La Liga is in danger. La Liga is in danger because if Sevilla get knocked out, Barca are on the verge of being knocked out. We all know about Real Madrid. And guys, I'm normal. I'm normal. Like, guys, on Tuesday, I'm going to be the most normal you've ever seen. So guys, see, Tuesday, I'm going to be free. But on Tuesday, nobody called me. So basically, if you want to speak to me and everything, you have from now until midnight Monday. Because guys, on Tuesday, nobody speak to me on Tuesday. Tuesday, nobody, I don't want to hear anything from anybody on Tuesday. Nothing. Okay? Guys, I've warned you now. Nobody say anything to me on Tuesday. Nothing. I'm being very silent on Tuesday. You guys, I don't think you even hear me. I'll probably do like one tweet. I'll do like one tweet on Tuesday. Nobody say anything to me on Tuesday. Nobody say anything to me on Tuesday. I told you, guys, I'm warning you. Don't you dare say anything to me on Tuesday. Guys, try and call me. I dare you to tweet me on Tuesday. I dare you to tweet me on Feb 23. I dare you. If Messi and Cristiano get knocked out, we'll have a 24-hour. We'll have a 24-hour. If these guys both, because Messi is on the verge of getting knocked out, Cristiano I think still has a chance. But once Juve meets a real team, they're getting lacked. If FC Porto knock Juve out, oh my God. If they knock Juve out, oh my God, man. Then that would be wild, man. That would be freaking wild. Nix, I'm ignoring you. Nix, I'm ignoring you, man. Guys, remember, check out Nick Sports, man. they cover like all sorts of sports and so forth, man. So, friends of the show, they are our fellow brother channel, man. So if you want your nice dosage of sports, cricket, NFL, NBA, all that kind of stuff, man, check out our friends at Nick Sports, man. But yeah, that would be crazy, man. If those guys both get knocked out, man. Okay, what else are you guys saying? Man? I'll probably give you another 10 or so minutes, man. Moving on very swiftly. Asian, what do you do if Mönchengladbach say what's up to Peyo and City? We'll address this on Sunday. We'll address it on Sunday. So because I want to save the smoke on Sunday because I've got other things to say. But just to put it very swiftly, if City get knocked out, I don't think I'll do it. I may do a post-match stream like on a mountain. Like I'll find a mountain or something, and I'll go to the Alps. I'll do it on Mount Kilimanjaro. So you guys sort me out. So you Bill Gates, Bezos. Then I'll do the post-match stream on Mount Kilimanjaro, because if that happens, we're doing a Mount Kilimanjaro stream. So and I'm not doing, you know how cold it is on the mountain. We're doing a Mount Kilimanjaro stream, hosted by this dude, hosted by this man here. This man here was it? Hosted by this dude here. Post-match stream on Mount Kilimanjaro, hosted by this dude here, 100%. But yeah, so yeah, like if Dortmund beats Sevilla, nobody gets injured. You see, my thing is that this Bayern beats Dortmund all day, every day. So if you just take Bayern away, if Dortmund beats Sevilla, Dortmund are a dangerous team. Dortmund can be a dangerous team. I just think that's Bayern. You see, Bayern is like the boogeyman. And I think based on what Bayern did to guys last season, I think people are afraid of Bayern Munich. So they are fearful of them. But my thing is that you've got to stand up to the bully. Bayern Munich, they're the bully. They're the boogeyman. If you play into the fear of the boogeyman wins. But if you stand up to the boogeyman and you are brave, you can say what's up. Like people were scared of him. Remember, because of Emerson, people were frightened of Emerson. Atletico like, we're not scared. Bring him on. Let's say what's up. So even for this Bayern size, what's it called? 09. People were afraid of it. So what could this when Barca won that treble in 08, guys, in 09, they thought this is a new era. This is a new era of football. Mourinho said, nah. Again, what was it? Because I think, Mosab, you posted that photo on Twitter of Mourinho when he sort of whispered into Pep's ear. One of my favorite photos of all time. That's an amazing photo. So, because Bayern can't win the treble. See, Bayern can't win the treble. They can't win that treble. They can't, man. They can, because they're out of the cup. But to defend their CL title, look, Bayern is still one of the strongest teams. They're one of the strongest teams, but I just think someone can take them out. I think someone can take them out. They can very easily win this again. But I think someone can take them out, man. Just shh. I need to find the time. But again, I will tweet it out and I'll put it on Twitter, on Instagram, and so forth. But I would like to let you guys know. But during Champions League week, man, there's no time. There's no time, because it's if I have Champions League week or hangouts, or I may be working on so forth. So it's just about finding the right time. But don't worry, I'll find time. Sometime. Yes. Sometime. Yes. Yes. All right. 10 more minutes. I promise. 10 more minutes, and then I literally have to go and hunt and do some other stuff, man. So look, man. two two really good games. I think because I actually found a way to watch both of those games really well. So roll on next Tuesday and Wednesday. But I think these have been two great days, and I hope that this carries on because I think see Bayern Lazio, I'm like see Bayern Lazio, Atlanta Real Madrid is going to be popping off. Mönchengladbach Man City will be interesting. Chelsea Atletico. Will Atletico be able to recreate their La Liga success into the UCL? For some reason, I don't think they can, especially when they meet a top team. Maybe Chelsea can do something. So what else you guys say, man? So what are you guys saying, man? Ralph, I told you, Ralph, on Tuesday, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. Like Tuesday, like I'll have a meal, and I'll be very normal. I'll be very normal. Like call me how, just call me how. Basically, on Tuesday, my new name will be Ha. That'll be my new name. So I'll be very real, like extremely real. So Tuesday, I'll be real. Because I've learned because Bayern was such a humbling experience, that I've learned so much since that Bayern. So I am so psychologically prepared for Tuesday. I'm because I've been counting down the days. I am because I don't think you know the amount of trickery I'm going to use. You will be shocked by the amount of because I have figured it out. I'm going to use every amount of trickery to my power. So just leave. Just I want to say, just leave me. Just leave me. Just let me. Just leave me alone. That's what I say. On Tuesday, leave me alone. Just nobody talk to me on Tuesday. Right? No, I don't want anyone to talk to me on Tuesday. Let's just see, man. But yeah, man, look, man. Shout out to Dortmund, Erling Haaland. I just hope that he doesn't get a major injury. And you see, this won't happen, and I know it won't happen, but I would love for Haaland and Sancho to remain at Dortmund. It's not going to happen. Sancho will end back in England, but if they can just keep these guys and maybe just keep adding to these guys, I just think if you build around Haaland and Sancho, just build a nice core around them, I think you've got a team. Especially if you now bring in Marco Rose into this team and he can still keep hold of these guys. I think you've got a crew. You've got a pretty interesting crew. So Sevilla have a lot of work to do because if Sevilla gets knocked out in the round of 16, bro, I'm going to look at them funny, man. I will look at them funny because even if they finish second, people agree that they are the favorites in this because things have been suffering. So, guys, whenever guys talk about what is the strongest league, it's impossible to answer. That's an impossible question to answer. Sevilla have been doing quality in La Liga. I think they're fourth, equal points with Barcelona. Dortmund, where are Dortmund in the Bundesliga right now? So Dortmund are currently Bundesliga table. Dortmund are sixth. They're sixth. So a sixth place team in the Bundesliga beats the fourth place team in La Liga. Does that not mean that Bundesliga is better than La Liga? No. It just means that this whole league thing, it's preference. It's like preference, what you prefer. And which is why I just say, why I just like the Champions League is that you never know. Because the Champions League ignores what you do in the league. Liverpool are sixth. Leipzig are second. Liverpool got that ass. What does that mean? And we just see now, 6th beats 4th. So these things. I mean, what does it mean? What does it mean? I think aren't PSG still like 3rd where they are right now? It doesn't mean much. So, damn, I thought Marco Reus was dead. No, he still lives. Marco Reus still lives, man. Marco Reus still he still lives, man. He still lives. He isn't. Injuries got the best of him. Injuries got the best of him. You know, it's almost similar to Ilkay Gundogan, but I think Ilkay Gundogan, thankfully, has just found a way to refine himself. But which is why I say that, and they will never do this because Ruiz is Dortmund. He means so much to Dortmund and so forth. But I would almost be tempted. I would almost be tempted to play Sancho in a number 10 spot. But Ruiz plays there for seniority. But if I'm a manager, I'll make that big boy decision. I'm like, you know what, Ruiz, we respect what you've done, but for the betterment of the team, Sancho, I think, can offer more in this number 10 position than you. You're not the same player that you were before, you know. So due to that, man, I would put Sancho in that number 10. Because I mean, if he plays Sancho just in behind Haaland, those guys could feast. That could be a feast. That could be a serious feast. You know, all Dortmund need to do just surround everything, man. But I think, you know, for Sevilla, I think what Lopetegui will do is start with Luke De Jong. Look, 3-1 makes it complex. 3-2, there's still an opportunity, man. There's still a strong opportunity. And I think for Juve and FC Porto, Cristiano will turn this around. Now, beyond this, doesn't look good for Juve. But you know what? You never know. For Juve, they may just say, let's just us get through this and maybe we can just grow and grow and grow. But this team, Juve winning the CL doesn't rest on Cristiano. You already know what he'll do. It's rest on Paulo Dybala. If Paulo Dybala can show up and contribute, I think that could be the real difference for Juve winning the CL. Guys, it's been swell. It's been sexy. I will see you guys on Friday for the Q&A. I'll see you guys on Friday for the Q&A, man. So join in for the Q&A. And then Saturday hangout, Sunday hangout. Peace out. Stay true. Stay sexy. One love. Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog. Get access to exclusive videos. And also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.